Is that what you're hearing out there as well, that the 5'10" now is like, okay, we can breathe a sigh of relief? Because I think it's more acceptable because there is a kind of a comparison to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you know what? I think that coming in here, the teams are probably a little bit more interested in his weight, to be honest with you, Kirk. I mean, it's like 5'9" versus 5'10". I think from an optics standpoint, it does make a difference, and I'm sure quietly, even though he's not going to show it, I'm sure he's like, mentally doing a fist bump when he came in at over 5'10". But I really think that what teams were more concerned about was his bulk and his ability to carry weight. And so I think coming in at 207 was actually probably more important than coming in over 5'10". And the big reason why, at least from a perception standpoint, there's a feeling you're going to have to play him a certain way to get the most out of him. You're going to have to move him around a little bit to get the most out of him. You're going to have to take advantage of his athleticism to get the most out of him. And if you're doing that, the catch-22 is, well, he's going to have to take some hits. And then the question becomes, does he have the frame to hold up in the NFL and take those hits? I think that's an open question because he played behind a great offensive line last year at Oklahoma against some pretty mediocre defenses in the Big 12 and didn't get hit a lot. And so that's why I think, now getting into an NFL nutrition program, an NFL strength and conditioning program, is he going to be able to play at 205, 210 versus, 185, 190, wherever he was when he was at Oklahoma. And I think being able to put on that weight in advance of the combine is a good first step to proving that he's going to be able to do that.
You can follow him on Twitter. A great follow, by the way, at Albert Breer on Twitter, senior writer for the MMQB. And Albert, my next question is this. Since Kyler Murray won't be throwing at the combine, obviously he's going to have a pro day. That pro day is on March 13th. That's also the league year starts for the NFL. So now to me, it's like some teams will kind of be showing their hand by showing up at this Oklahoma pro day instead of being in the office on the first day that now you can sign free agents. Is that a kind of you got to delegate some guys to go there, or does general manager say, you know what, I'll be here, let other guys do handle all the business?
It's an interesting way of looking at it, definitely. And I think it's not so much who's going to be there because it's Oklahoma. So most teams are going to have someone there. It's who's making the trip, right?
Right. Who's making the trip?
If Arizona's represented by Steve Keim and Cliff Kingsbury and the owner shows up, well, yeah. I mean, then they've got a lot of money to spend too. So if they're all showing up in force, yeah, you're paying attention to that. If Mike Mayock and John Gruden are there, you're paying attention to that. So I don't think it's so much which teams show up. I think it's who is showing up from those teams. And certainly if you see an owner or you see a GM or you see a head coach there, I think it's fair to say that it's probably not. You're probably not there to go and look at Cody Ford. You know what I mean? Like the owner's there, you're probably there to look at Kyler Murray.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.